moving up to match point. MVP fans, they are woke right now.
Certainly are. It's a very cold Monday evening, 7 p.m. here in Korea.
A little bit warmer than yesterday, but still quite cold.
Yeah, mostly because it's less windy.
I finally decided that I needed to learn the conversion for Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So I figured it out. I did that last night. That was good. It's 1.8 times whatever number in Celsius plus 32 is what it is compared to.
Yeah, most people learn that in middle school, but like,
why would I never had to learn that in my middle school. Or maybe I did and I forgot. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Overwatch to talk about. Jerk. Zap's going to be coming down. Evo onto the first kill is who will get dropped. Bianca popped out of the mech, however, so not without their losses on the side of MVP space. He will be pushing forward now, going to be losing a mech of his own. Assassin stomped out by Evo. And it seems like MVP space should be able to stabilize here and hold off GEEKSTAR on their first volley.
Yeah, just really good control of, you know, honestly, just where Evo needed to be, how he's able to maximize his jump damage, the Goomba Stomp, as it's become known, and the, you know, focus fire that ensued afterwards. Yum1, very little ult charge built off of that push, actually, even though it was a fairly longer fight. So GEEKSTAR is going to have to kind of uncomfortably move forward here and hope for another ult push, basically. Ooh, you're not even really doing much damage.
Finally gets a little bit in here as Evo does go in for the dive, and now it's going to be a primal range, and everybody's going to be grouped up inside the building, but Evo actually melted down. So many members focus firing him, who with the Discord orb, of course, going to be tossed onto that Winston. They do get rid of him very swiftly. Leo now in the back. Shadow ready to go, looking for a pin, not going to find it. Just smacks his head into the bell. The truck comes in, and Gable, she will take down two. Fuse and Yaki both eliminated. That is going to be a delayed little team wipe here, as Evo is the only one currently respawned. GEEKSTAR will be able to get the cap and move up to about 6 minutes and 15 seconds.
This is a great, you know, follow-up for GEEKSTAR after their initial failed push. I'd have to go back and watch because we didn't get the best angle on how Evo died, but he was focused so quickly that I almost wonder if Tuba just had his armor pack on cooldown and just couldn't save him. Now he's going to get tons of damage on the Tesla.
He's been out of view as well.
Yeah, could be.
And how much he was leaping around, but already a good pick off here. Got around that left-hand side. Are they still going to try to play up and wait for Assassin? He can rejoin on that right-hand side from the defender's perspective with the shield bash. Can make that distance.
He definitely can. For Tuba here, he's just trying to find out, scout out if they're coming from the high ground. They will. Evo again leaps on top and does a decent amount of damage here, just trying to build another primal. You know, he's sticking with this Winston all the way on B, not swamping at all. And so far, it's been working. He can use this primal once he gets it to stop them from contesting this right side.
We saw this exact scenario last week.
Literally.
Evo dropping down, building up for that primal range. They're not quite going to be close to that ledge yet. Soundbarrier going to be in. Assassin dead just before that one comes through. Primal range now going to be up. Evo just waiting for them to push there. The Shatter not going to find anything for Leo other than death. He goes down, and now it's just going to be a chase coming out from the members of MVP space looking for any kind of staggers they can get. Evo, however, tagged up quite a bit. We'll go ahead and peel back and rely on the rest of the squad.
GEEKSTAR has got this really large obsession, shall we say, with going to the left side on the attack, which opens up the primal rage to do damage. Now that he has it, they have to go to the right. So let's see how this one goes differently than the last two.
Yeah, way too scary. Try to go towards that ledge. Going to be a drop down here in the back of the staircase. Evo above, just going to be zapping. Leo in onto the point. Bianca right now, the one trying to keep this one contested. Move around the side. They manage to shift GEEKSTAR back over towards the entry way. Here is Evo. Just pop that primal rage. Just down below half HP. Graviton Surge is going to be dumped in. Tuba and Undyne locked up. Self-destruct. Not going to be able to find any kills. But Evo is eliminated. Off the side of the fight. Sound barrier coming through. Undyne not going to be receiving a shield, but he's in the back. Seems like he will be safer. And send it out from who? Pushing forward over towards the spawn. To get the pop out onto Bianca's back and take him down. 2 minutes to find Assassin, but now Evo going to be eliminated. First tick still not going to be gained from GEEKSTAR. They still have plenty of time in the bank, however. MVP Space trying to hold on. Graviton Surge does come down, but there's no one really there to pick up that many kills. They only managed 2. Now Yaki going to be eliminated. Tuba pushing forward. Shield going to be raised. Very damaged. Tries to stay alive. Bianca going to get popped out of that mech. Self-destructs thrown in. Cannot find a pick. Cannot make it back in the mech. Only going to be Gable Sheet taken out of the mech here. Harmony thrown down onto Evo. Transcendence ready to go. Will pop that one, keeping that Rhine alive. Assassin eliminated in MVP Space. Will be able to hold it off. Do not surrender a single tick throughout the entire fight.
Undyne did the majority of the damage in that last skirmish while also building up a second Transcendence, which guaranteed them completion. Evo had to swap over to Ryan, and part of the reason why that started to go away from them was because he just didn't have the damage output to push them back. They were fighting a 5v6, and GEEKSTAR was, and they had control of the point. MVP Space couldn't get back on. MVP Space actually on the high ground here getting circumvented. Now they're going to have to drop down.
Yeah, rallies out from both sides. Shatter going to be coming down. Locks up 2. Pin coming in. Evo dead before Leo can even really arrive, and then he hits the wall and gets taken down himself. Some exchange on the Reinhardt's first hit going to be gained now. Assassin finding a kill on the Tuba. MVP Space looking to stabilize. Pushed off the point here for now. Bianca rejoins in from behind. Undyne still going to be sitting nicely here onto the high ground, just spamming away. Chased on by Gable Sheep, but takes too much damage. He sees that armor on the Zenyatta, knows that he can't really contest with him here at the moment. Will push back in, looking for the breakout onto the mech. Almost has it. Undyne going to be rejoining back over onto the point with that Transcendence. Forced out that self-destruct from Gable Sheep, but back up onto that high ground, so not going to be able to find any pickoffs. Bianca goes back in, popped out, burned down. Yaki streaming his way through. Still not going to be seeing any kind of May. Evo holding on to his Shatter, taken down as he tries to use it. Who comes up with a kill, a double, as he gets back to back there. Yaki into Evo. Taking him down, ticking up, getting closer and closer. 86.7% now for the side of GEEKSTAR. Just need to get them off of the point. Self-destruct coming in. Bianca going to be popped as soon as he leaves the mech. The shields are up. The Graviton Surge now coming through from Yaki. But instantly the focus fire is there from GEEKSTAR. They take him down. Evo finds one, but it's just him and Fuse who now swaps over onto the May. Cannot make it to the point in time. And GEEKSTAR will be able to get a completion here on Hanamura.
Took them a long time to do it. They can be very thankful of that early time bank they had based on the focus onto Evo. The burst kill they got in him on that second push allowed that sort of staggering ult advantage that they had going into B. Evo had to eventually switch to the Rhine. We know he's by far the better Winston if you compare him to to Leo directly. But in terms of the Reinhardt matchup, he underperformed. You know, and Leo is the one who made the big shatters happen there. That last one at the end of it is what guaranteed them the completion. Unfortunately, that Evo didn't really get to showcase his skills, after we talked him up so much. It's not that we're wrong per se about, his background and where he's from. Actually, we're correct in that. It's just that because he was killed so early on A and then had to switch over to Reinhardt very quickly on B, we just didn't get to see all too much of it. So on the attack here, we'll see if he does get to use the Winston on A. Very difficult to do against a 3-3. It's very much more powerful against the Widow setups we've seen, the Junkrat setups we've seen, and the Widowmaker setups, which obviously we're not seeing here from GEEKSTAR.
Because Ons isn't in this game right now.
Nor is Climax. So,
Yeah.
Nor is One Fact, and he's playing against he's playing at 7. So if it's his old teammate, or I guess MVP's old player, he was never teammates with him. It's a different story, but he's going to be running the Winston here to start, and actually it's going to be Farah Sombra.
Okay, they're going to be trying this one again. Mixed success on the day. Fuse going to be swapping over onto the Mercy. Yaki just going to be waiting patiently for that Guardian Angel to arrive. Pushing up over the top. Rockets coming down from above. Just wait over onto this left side quite nicely. Looks for a boot back to try to get a pick off here. Will be unable to do so. Weakens him up a little bit. Leaving those rockets through that window frame. Not the easiest thing to do. Rockets now coming down as GEEKSTAR tries to reroute, but Waffle gets tagged up quite a bit, needs an armor pack to stay alive.
Okay, this is a nice angle here for Yaki, but I just don't know if he's doing enough damage here. The barrage in itself is not going to be a point A winner in most cases. There we go, though. That's the pick they needed.
Yeah, got rid of Leo. Nicely done. A lot of damage coming through. Gable Sheet going to get popped out of that mech. Assassin hanging on by a thread as the rockets keep coming down. Yaki going to be shifting sides, dropping in. Barrage will come through. That's going to be both supports taken down. Looks for the finish here. Onto that break, can't quite get the angle, but comes in right behind Yum1, finishes him off with that rocket. Now GeeKSTAR's got nowhere to go, can't even make it back onto the point there momentarily. So MVP Space as well, setting themselves up nicely with a significant time bank to begin the assault over on to point B.
They're gonna have Valkyrie here, and I think that there's an argument to be made to try to double cap this with the Sombra, but they decide that it's just not worth the risk. Why, you know, try that and maybe steal a cap away when you could just be building a grab the entire time? Yeah. This EMP could still get them to double cap, but, you know, it's safer to run this to get the speed boost in and guarantee yourself at least more grab charge.
Bradley going to be used in advance to armor up Who in particular to make sure that he will be safe from that Sombra. Can't just melt him down after the shields are gone. Transcendence as well, now going to be online. GeeKSTAR throwing down that self-destruct, not going to be able to find a pick. Leo oversteps, goes in way too deep, trying to kill Evo, loses his life. Now the Transcendence up, MVP Space will work their way over onto the point. EMP going to be dumped in, Tuba looking to lock them down, but Undyne now going to get popped off the back of that Graviton Surge, and it's only going to be GeeKSTAR's mech that MVP are able to find.
Yaki's somehow living for so long.
Yeah,
he actually
a little bit longer.
Jumped like 10% more up there too in that moment. He's at 70% of a grab. That's why they swap over to the Lucio here instead of keeping the Mercy, even though there's a Valk, because you're going to get so much ult charge if you have this comp instead. They forced out the enemy grab to be used. So MVP Space's goal for this one is to both get the Transcends on this push and also to build the final 30% of that grab. Now, it's much easier said than done.
Yeah, it's going to be Undyne going down, drop down onto the low ground. Waffle is going to be spamming away with the left clicks.
Observer just can't decide to watch now. Eh?
Oh, okay. We'll watch the retreat. Okay. Maybe a different approach here. Yeah, got disconnected from Undyne, of course. He's not going to be able to make it over that gap, so.
No. Well, so far so good for GeeKSTAR. You know, this is really patient engages here, not panicking.
Oh, nice knock down there onto the low ground. Yaki going to be isolated. And there'll be a wrap around the side. Waffle, how saucy are you feeling? Do you want to try to go for a knockoff here?
That's what the observers are wondering too. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, looks like the answer is going to be no. Discord Orb does connect onto him. Who's just going to be spamming away from the high ground? It's going to be Yaki eliminated as that grab comes down. Transcendence instantly out with the sound barrier here from Who and Waffle, keeping their team topped up. Evo now going to be taken out. MVP Space again going to have to reset. Under 4 minutes now remaining on the clock. 2.5 already burned away by GeeKSTAR.
So they burn the 2 support ultimates with this grab, and they keep everything else basically.
Yeah.
But
that's not too bad.
The Transcends on this map is going to build fast on the grab every time because you can get the Zenyatta on the high ground on the right side from the attacker's perspective, right, where both Who and Undyne have been spending their entire time, where Undyne made that crazy hold. So it's rough.
Well,
this is just not going well, man.
Yeah.
GeeKSTAR is just knocking them down and lining them up every time.
Oh my goodness. I mean, we knew that that was going to happen. They were resetting anyway, but it looks pretty darn good when it comes to getting that play of the game at the end.
I was going to say, sorry, Yum1. Sorry, Leo. Like, I just stole play of the game by touching members with my rocket booster.
Yeah. Just took them down.
Well,
and,
I mean,
well, this is looking pretty bad.
It's certainly looking worse by the second here because they were unable to build any grab charge there. Who was able to get half the Transcendence? MVP Space is just going to try to fake him out. GeeKSTAR doesn't knock him off this time.
Yeah, not ready for it. Shadow coming down straight into the shield. Leo with a bit of a botch. Graviton Surge out from Yum1. Only locks up one, and now Leo's going to be the first one taken down here. MVP Space maybe have found their way in on the fight. Sound barrier still set from Q's, holding that, waiting for the rally to expire. They try to clear up the point. Who playing far forward. They'll pop that Transcendence. The GeeKSTAR's already been knocked out of the back. Pin from Leo. Not going to be able to find anything. The Piloform Diva going to be taken down. MVP Space. They use the sound barrier. Evo pushing forward, swinging away like a madman for another target as he gets closer to that next shatter. Fire strike in the back. One tick still not gained for the side of MVP. Finally picked that up now. Second tick getting ready to come through. They make their way to just about 70%. Zarya bubble in. Yaki doesn't care. He's going to be spamming straight through that one. The ground on search, locking him up. The bomb straight in the front. Gets the pick up on the Yom one. Assassin dead on the side. Waffle, a sliver in HP as he works his way into the back of the point. Rejoining now to try to keep this one contested. Will be able to focus him down. MVP Space maybe able to close this out with a slightly better time bank compared to GEEKSTAR. Down barriers in. Waffle keeps himself in the fight. Evo not going to be able to charge anything. One taken down. Waffle still just jumping around. Will finally be eliminated. Solo Shatter in just to clean up Leo. They take him out. They get Assassin, and that will be the finish. MVP Space. They get the double cap here on Hanamura, but it is nowhere near as clean as they would have liked.
Certainly not. I think the time bank is matched, or 1 second deficit for MVP Space, which means the round will essentially reset with a small time bank. Obviously, getting A is going to be absolutely essential.
This could just be a draw. It's where S-Score decides it all.
Very likely. But the winning condition here is not getting A, but it's double capping at least a tick. If you can get A and get ults and then get one tick on B, that's how you're going to win this map. Otherwise, honestly, as you say, or full hold, but very likely this will be a draw with the time banks we have here.
I think this could just be a double full hold on A. If anything, getting a tick on A might be the thing that can win you the game.
Sure. It's just that when you get a tick on A,
this is going to be so close.
When you get a tick on A in this meta, you're getting all three. Like, very rarely do you see someone hold like after one tick. We did see it last week though, in a similar situation with small time banks. It can happen. That was who was that? That was Meta Athena, I believe, getting that hold there. But look, it's going to be the attack first here for MVP Space because they have the 1 second less time bank here. I don't know what happens if they're the exact same. I guess it just randomly decides. Well, here we go. Gonna run the Pharah again. It took them, you know, about this amount of time to get the cap last time off of those rockets. GEEKSTAR is not going to make it as easy this time to connect those. In fact, he's actually not able to do anything so far.
He got one hit. There you go. Some rockets coming down. Looking for Waffle. Trying to pop that Lucio. Gets a little bit of damage, and Gable's going to get popped out of the Mac. Who isolated now around the back of the point. Waffle getting jumped on. Just needs these rockets to connect. He's going to be taken down. That's going to be a way in onto the point here. Effectively, 2 members going to be gone. Leo under fire. Only very slowly being healed up by Who with the Orb of Harmony, and now everybody is going to start dropping like flies as MVP makes their way in onto the point. Very nicely done. GableShe going to be rejoining, trying to delay as much as possible, but instantly hacked, popped out. That should just about be the cap.
They're trying to set up for the double.
Yep,
this is not a comp. This is not a comp where you can easily get double, though. You know,
EMP bomb's going to be available.
This doesn't really snowball too much, but yes, if they can get the barrage off, that's how they get this double here. Obviously, they're high mobility heroes, the ones they keep last. Tuba not spotted yet. Oh, that's close.
Yeah, that was dangerously close.
He's going to need to hit basically a rocket and a half to get this barrage ready. That's what they want to go for. Look at the split here for GEEKSTAR. Really intelligent play. GableShe far back so he can come over to block potentially.
Jump in, EMP thrown down. I guess basically just looking for Leo here alone, but everybody's just around the back of the point here. And will be safe. Undyne and Tuba going to be eliminated. The barrage not going to be used while the EMP is active. So Yaki will just drop. 15 seconds remaining. That should pretty much just be it. They're going to have to use Undyne perhaps to rush the point with the Transcendence if he can get there. Hard to tell what position he's in at the moment.
Yeah, one last shot.
I can't see him.
Just trying to block out the Diva.
They barely got in there. Primal Rage having to be used. Bomb in onto the point. Not going to find anything. Somebody's got to tag back in. Bianca and Evo will both rejoin the Transcendence now. Coming through. Bomb has been used. Yaki trying to go ahead and squeeze up into that corner. Keeps himself alive. Barrage going to be dropped. But that defense matrix comes through. They have lost 2 off the self-destruct from GableShe. And that should be it. Point A grabbed, no percentage on B. GEEKSTAR, can you best it?
That is the scary part, though, for MVP Space. They got desperate there. They used the EMP essentially on the solo target. You pointed out Leo was the only one who really got affected by that, but they were not ready. The barrage was not completed. It was at 90%, 91% there when the EMP was dropped. They were not in a position to capitalize. And the follow-up push with the few ultimates they had left just don't have, those ultimates don't have the synergy to get beat. That's the risk when you run the Pharah Sombra, because you don't have those snowball ultimates for B very easily, right? I mean, had they had 30 more seconds and they could have waited there, maybe it's a different story. But now GEEKSTAR, if they get this cap with a grab, an earth shatter, etc., if they're able to take A and walk into B with the big ultimates, with the 3-3, the GOATS ultimates, the you know, Guats, the greatest ults of all time, then they win this map, right? So that's the scary part. MVP Space is hoping they're going to hold A fully, not even think about the B. If you know, assuming, once again, because this is GEEKSTAR's style, they don't really have a Pharah player. They don't run dive. We're almost certainly seeing 3-3, right? We know as the viewers see it on the UI, but MVP Space could also reasonably assume that's the case.
Well, here we go. GEEKSTAR on the attack, 1 minute and 28 seconds to start. I should call that out. They had a 1 second advantage here. Have to get the cap onto A if they want to at least force the draw. Would bring everything down to Escort. Will not be going up to the high ground, just pushing around onto this back side, work their way in onto the point. Kills race here for Assassin. It's a stun. That's going to be Hoot and Evo. Taken down, a 1-for-1 on either side. GEEKSTAR now going to be without a healer. Awful.
Bianca's super
getting
low.
tagged up. They almost take him out of the mech. Actually might have been able to do so, and they do. Yum1 is able to find that, so that's 2 tanks. Taken down effectively. Almost find the combo there on the Fuse. Can't quite eliminate him. Who going to be making his way back over towards a point where 2 ticks have nearly been gained already. Fuse hounded down and eliminated. Yum1 coming up with a killing blow. Bash for Bash. Tuba hits the ground. Yum1 finds another one, and yeah, they are just feeding over some charge
They
now.
are feeding a lot of ult charge here. And look, Evo's on the Winston. He's not going to have a shatter.
50 seconds.
This is the part they were scared about. Yaki doesn't have a grab yet. Sure, he's even ahead of Yum1. But in a longer fight here, with a sound barrier coming up for Waffle because they fed that ult charge, this is their chance to win the map right now.
Bubble's already been used. He's not going to have them trying to block a shatter here. Was able to block one last time out. Bianca popped out of the back by GableShe. They have the shatter, they have the bomb, they have the grab online. Rally already going to be coming through. Shatter comes in, locks down Tuba in the front, bomb into the back. Transcendence is up. Not going to find any picks with that there for GableShe. So MVP Space still going to be holding on. They still have the defender's advantage. Trying to delay this point. Fuse jumps in, instantly melted down the Discord orb. Callouts coming through from who? But Evo gets a pin onto Waffle. GableShe gonna get popped out of that Mac. Doesn't find anything. Bianca gets rid of the baby Diva. Yum1 finds Evo taken down himself. The swaps come through, but nobody is there to tag who will be eliminated, and we will in fact have a draw.
Very clutch play there with the charge coming out from Evo. That was what saved the day for MVP Space. That was a very close call. You know, the exact concerns that we were echoing here on the broadcast about what happens when you get those ultimates after A. The scary moment where the defender is helpless to stop the double cap. Really patient play from Evo, waiting till the right moment there. Good tag-ons by Fuse to buy time for those respawns. Close call. And Escort will be the deciding map in this series now that we have moved into this tie situation.
Yep.
Will also remain the map choice of GEEKSTAR. Tense moment here for MVP Space that might have found themselves at the brink of losing to this squad that has never really seen professional play in Korea. Most of these players only online play in open division, Apex Challengers, Pacific Contenders, which is obviously, as we know, filled with Korean players, but much less of a high skill cap than this region, right? It'd be shocking to see the best iteration we've ever seen at MVP Space lose this match. But they came very close to losing that map, and that was still one map away from losing the whole thing.
Escort to decide it all. GEEKSTAR having their map pick here to try to close it out, but no chance of a tiebreaker on Nepal. Have to come up with success right here, right now. And the question is, where are they going to find it? Route 66 and Dorado, the two maps in the pool. Where will they want to take us?
It's a very... It's a decision where I feel like the answer is most definitely should be Route 66. You would think based on GEEKSTAR's strengths that that's where they would want to take us, because it's a map where you can...
It's where they full held O2.
Yeah, and you can play to Leo's strength on the Reinhardt. You obviously can, look for the 3-3 to have the greatest success without any fear of shenanigans, right? Because that's the comp they've been running all tournament long. They're not running any FAR, they're not running any Sombra, with the exception of that brief stint on Numbani. Whereas for MVP Space, they've shown us a large variety of compositions. So Dorado would be a map that you think would play more to their strengths, because we've seen so many different styles of play on Dorado, whereas Route 66 it's been pretty vanilla. It's been pretty, Reinhardt, Zarya, Brigitte.
Yeah.
So
a lot less flexibility there.
If you want to just win straight up and not worry about Yaki's insane hero pool, MVP's tactics, that's where I'd say you want to take us. And that may lead to Oberon coming back in, potentially. Doesn't necessarily have to, because Winston's very viable on multiple parts of Route 66. I do not think we'll see either team run quad DPS, because it's just not really their style, unless we see like a Toon swap.
Yeah, which I don't think is going to happen here. So probably not going to be the quad DPS coming through. I mean, maybe GEEKSTAR kind of wants to just try it, but I don't know. I think when you're this close to winning another series, you probably don't want to do that. And taking down MVP, like we said, that would be such a massive boon for this squad. Got completely and utterly stomped on by Runaway in their first match of Season 3. Come back in, take down O2, a former grand finalist team, second place runner-up in Season 1. Obviously slightly different roster. But then, of course, they come in here, and now they're looking very competitive versus MVP. So this is still going to be a very high-pressure game. It means a lot to them and to their fans to be able to get this victory and assure them, like, yeah, we will be making an appearance in the round of 8. We will be able to advance further in this tournament.
Yeah, I think that's exactly my mentality if I'm the coach making this decision right now. Let's play standard. Yeah. Let's pick the standard map. Let's win this series. Let's make the upset happen. We've come this far. We almost just won that last map to give them potentially an extra life there. So very, very much winnable. You have to believe that this is very winnable as long as they outplay MVP Space in a mirror matchup where they don't get tripped up by, Yaki getting dash resets on a Genji or some sort of yet unseen MVP Space Hanzo composition on Dorado A, Junkrat that we know Yaki can play very well. If MVP Space just pulls something out that you haven't really prepared for going into the series, it's going to happen on Dorado more likely than Route 66. So just take the randomness factor out and take the fourth map. So I'm the better team tonight. I proved it straight up. We could be wrong on this, but I think that is the safest decision. And even if you lose the map, you walk away feeling pretty good about what you've done in this series if you pick Route 66 here and show a good final map.
Well, let's see. Players are all ready. Oberon back in. Evo stepping out. Still no sign of a tune. With Oberon back into the mix, is that enough for MVP to close this series? Will be Route 66 as the final map selection.
Do or die time for GEEKSTAR. It's time for MVP Space to defend their undefeated scoreline here in Group A against the rookie squad. This is going to be a very tense final map. I don't think this one will end one-sided. We may even see extra rounds. I could see it. Both these teams have been so successful on their pushing today.
Even with a victory here, actually, MVP can't overtake Runaway anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, down 2 points, can only go up 1. All right, well, trying to reinvigorate the squad there. MVP fans cheering their hearts out. be first on the defense here. GEEKSTAR kicking us off with the attack. And no shenanigans so far from MVP.
Yeah, I mean, Oberon is showing a Winston, but
far back here.
This is the best place to run a Winston if you're going to be doing it on Route 66. Once we get into the even the very end of A, you're not going to be able to find a lot of success with that. Yum1 is on the far for now, but I think when he sees this, yeah, he's definitely going to pull off of that.
Nope. Yeah, nope. The heck out of there. Push it forward. Oberon going to be getting that Zarya bubble, leaping back.
Good speed boost from
Bianca
Waffle.
took a massive hit there.
Yeah.
Undyne going to be the first one taken out. GEEKSTAR has had such a fantastic day today.
He really has.
Compared to his debut and even the second match, where they were able to get the victory versus O2, he has really leveled up his performance individually.
Yeah, this is one of the questions we were talking about. Him, you know, his struggles in first series on this very map, in fact, versus Runaway. And now he is actually killing it against Yaki in that matchup. But the cart's rolling free. Yaki has 26% of ult. I look at this as a great success for GEEKSTAR. Now for just one successful push.
Move back, Oberon. Not going to be looking for a stomp. Just wants to land on top of Big Earls. Keep that Zenyatta protected. There will be GEEKSTAR popped out of the mech here.
Caster curse on that one for sure.
He's still been doing pretty good, but yeah, it does cost him his mech there. Shield up, Oberon stun, goes up into the air. No one to take him down. He's actually going to be able to survive. We'll go ahead and top him back up. Orb of Harmony ticking away, giving Undyne that transcendence now. As Leo also gets stomped. So GEEKSTAR, they advance the cart fairly for free, you know, just kind of on the back of that first pickoff. But now they have to regain control.
Yeah, going to see a move around here where they can look for a shatter from behind. It's going to be about the speed boost from Waffle again to get them into position. Could be knocked off by Bianca, that's the idea.
Charge in, looking for who? Picked off instantly. Shatter going to be coming down from Leo. Let's find Bianca, but they still have not popped him out of the mech, and now Assassin is gone, so it's just Waffle all on his lonesome. Back off the map. Oh, almost found him. But, I mean, he's still got nowhere to go. So, yeah, Undyne is going to be scooping up that kill.
So, it's really unfortunate Leo panic shattered there because they had already lost one of their members. The initial kill comes through. You're taking a 5v6 fight with the shatter there. It's like... Now he swapped, right? So he's Winston for a second, and because they were thinking, okay, well, why don't we just get this vertical movement instead? They have every other ultimate, but MVP Space scouts this out. They have the support ultimates. They can save them for the fight.
Zap's coming down. Oberon leaping back again. Rally to lead the charge from GEEKSTAR. Grabs on Surge,
cool grab
below. Yeah, we'll just go ahead, locks the ball up. Bomb's going to be coming in off the top. Hits the ground a little bit too soon, trying to catch the members on top of the gas station here. Two Butts still will be eliminated. Charge forward, Undyne going to be isolated into the back, now joined by Yaki, trying to protect that Zenyatta. Transcendence out from who? Undyne under fire, will get eliminated by Leo. Comes up with that killing blow. Oberon again having to retreat up to that high ground. Yum1 pushing forward, burning through that mech. Helps pop it out, now Yaki on his lonesome up top. Will fall, and that will be the cap here on A. 45 seconds about remaining on the clock as GEEKSTAR rolls this one through. They'll move their way up just over 3 minutes.
It's really cool play by GEEKSTAR to knock Undyne away. He was kind of cut off from the squad. They collapsed on him, surrounded him, and killed him after Tuba was dead, so it's just really easy to control the cart from there. MVP Space is going to operate on this high ground right now, looking for that grab for Yaki. I mean, that's the main goal here. Because GEEKSTAR has been playing pretty safe. They're not really overstepping.
Away, Leo comes up with another one, finds two, instantly stunned, way up into the air.
Sent to space.
Yeah, good God. Astronaut Leo now on his lonesome, gets these Zarya bubbles to help sustain him. Swings come through. Yum1 arrives. They get Bianca out of the mech. Now they're chasing forward, looking to get rid of Tuba, who's just going to be going off the side of the map. Cart can advance quite some distance now.
You know what? You know, every Reinhardt main sees that and they're crying. They just need to add the iron boots from Legend of Zelda to Reinhardt, so and then
hit the ground really
once
fast.
He has those, yeah, like
he too can Goomba stomp people.
Yeah, then he won't be able to be sent to outer space by just a few stuns.
You would think that his boots would already be heavy enough. That whole suit should be heavy enough to not get knocked that high in the air. But here we are. Graph ready to go yet again from Yum1. for an opportunity, pushing forward, slams it down. Catches a couple in the back. Bomb's gonna hit. Bianca, the one coming up with the kill, however, his assassin will be taken down. Transcendence out from Undyne here, fighting on the cart, looking for Leo. He'll be able to take him down. Loop him out. Able C. Popped out and eliminated. It'll just be cleanup time. 1:30 on the clock for GEEKSTAR. Running out of time to stabilize and try to get back over to finish this push onto B.
It's such a thing of beauty to watch Undyne's first-person perspective when the fight is already won. He has never, I think, in his entire career, ever once been scared on Zenyatta. He's like, well, I'll be the tank, I'll be the frontliner, I'm gonna chase him. I'm gonna maximize my Transcendence charge here.
Unlike Leo, who is just like panicking and using the shatters.
Yeah.
He shattered his pants, I guess you could say.
Wow.
Wrap around the back.
Get in there.
Game G. Chunk down to half. They're going to be wrapping around the back side of the cart. Swings coming through. Sorry, Bubbles to save his life.
Transcendence very early
Transcendence has to come through, but it's still not enough. They can't get to him in time. Too much damage, too much focus fire comes through. Tuba finds a kill, but they are able to answer back now on Oberon. Now Tuba taken down, but who going to be eliminated? Waffle, the lone healer, left on the cart to try to keep them up.
Okay, it's going well.
Bianca taken down, still hanging on to this self-destruct. Charge forward.
Yaki just never got to get his grab. So, you know, I guess it wasn't early after all. It was, in fact, late, but still turned the fight for them.
Near OT finish here on B. Don't think anybody can tag in and try to string through a final defense, but not going to be too much time for the home stretch here.
Yeah,
140.
If they could have contested at that moment with the ults they have now, it would have been amazing. But, you know, whose Transcends actually, in retrospect, was perfectly done. Like, it ended up saving them big time and guaranteeing them a fight win there. As, you know, Yaki's going to have this one to use right now, as you can see here.
Grab coming through, bomb straight in on top of Leo. And he's just, can't even really look at it. Just gets taken down. Leo and Who both going to be eliminated there. Bianca opening things up for MVP space to push way outside of the garage. They'll go ahead, work their way back in though. Play around this corner with the cart.
Choke point contained. Yaki getting a lot of value out of that grab. Really desperate self-destruct here to gain control of the choke point. Actually,
yeah, it's just to zone them off the corner, but they come straight back in. Shield bash onto Leo. Barrier falls, and the shatter comes down from Oberon, locking them in, and yet again the charge through will be there for MVP space. Swinging away, Oberon trying to build up as much as he can for the next one, already 50%.
Yeah, it's just when you go for a telegraphed move like that, you know, as you say, that's exactly what they want to do. They want to use that to get around the corner, but everyone in MVP space knows exactly how that fight's going to go. There's no X factor with the self-destruct, and you know you can just set for the bash shatter because it's just so telegraphed. This is their desperation push now. Rally into Transcendence is all they got.
Like with the shield bash, sorry, Bubble going to absorb that one. Pushing their way forward, Leo going so low, needs to get focused something. We'll be able to top him up, but Who has to use the Transcendence, and now the shatter comes in yet again from Oberon, finding multiple members of GEEKSTAR. Answer back from Leo. It's an absolutely huge shatter, but they need the kills to back it. They find two. Bianca out of the mech as well. Now Undyne and Tuba going to be gone. GEEKSTAR can actually gain some distance here.
Yeah, they certainly will. Completion is definitely on the table here because of the ults they hold, and Undyne's failed. You know, well, I shouldn't say failed, but his Transcendence didn't save them there. That hold doesn't have it now. You could see a massive grab in this corner near the spawn. That's where he's looking for right now. That's what he's setting up for.
Build up that energy first. Be up to about 50. Fires it away. Locks up two in the back. But look at the fight here. MVP space. Gables, yeah, got one with the self-destructs, but otherwise, MVP, they took out everybody. They stopped the cart in its tracks, could not make it all the way there.
Now they've got a win condition here. Complete C, and the series is theirs. They won't be able to take that first place spot in the group. They will be able to keep their undefeated record if they can make that happen. Some really nice shatters from Leo throughout that attack, though. Reactionary defensive ones. It's always impressive when you can see a Reinhardt who's setting up shatters not based on shield bashes, but actually based on positioning. And we've got quite a few Ryans in this tournament able to make that occur. Ion is, I think, probably the biggest example of this from last week. He'll be playing a little bit later on tonight. But yeah, I mean, most of the shatters for Oberon there on the defense were based off of shield bashes, whereas Leo is able to use the speed boosts and the callouts from Waffle to get into every single, or he was able to patiently wait until the shield was broken, the barrier was broken, take the shatter after you know, Transcendence had already been used. So cool stuff here. They're gonna once again go for the kind of spawn camp attempt here on the container. We've had mixed results with this so far.
Yeah, I think it's been like maybe one success, and then everything else has kind of failed. It's usually playing in the high ground on the right side.
Well, no Hanzo to check, but Tuba is on the Sombra, and already they're seen by Bianca.
Bianca just pushes forward, says, hey, there they are. I was like, all right, swapping out, and it will just be the 3-3 to match.
Everyone in GEEKSTAR is just going to have to slowly move back. Kind of caught off right now.
Waller back coming down. It's going to be 2 kills instantly coming through. Waffle finding 1, Tuba getting the other. Leo still trying to maintain control, holding up the shield here. Waffle going low. Zarya Bubble gets melted through, and Fuse comes up with the kill now. Leo going to be gone. This means that MVP space going to be able to push this card quite a bit here as Cable Sheet goes flying off the side of the map. These are some distance.
Yeah, he certainly did. These are not the trades that you want to take at spawn, because if you're trading 1 for 1 and spawn, the attacking team at the beginning of the map has a massive advantage because they get the respawns faster. You've lost your Brigida, so you're losing that AoE healing. And if you look at the ult charge, sure, GEEKSTAR gets a slight advantage, but MVP Space gets such good control of this high ground and a free push.
Yeah, it depends on which characters you're paying attention to, I suppose. Leo certainly in a good spot here, 90%, but now getting stunned up, taken down right as that shadow becomes available. Will not be able to use it even in a panic situation. Just did not have enough time. Cable Sheet taken down as well. MVP can just keep gliding along.
And MVP may just simply get to avoid that scary choke point where the grab shatter, you know, is such an issue to enter through, because Youngwon just simply doesn't have the grab available because they lost 2 very one-sided fights so quickly. Not only do they have that, but they have a great time bank, but it's just, if this shatter isn't big, then MVP Space gets through the hardest point of the whole map basically for free. So this needs to be a big shatter for Leo. Youngwon's just still 20% away from that grab. He's hiding, they see him.
Well, let's see. Rally out at the start for MVP, chasing forward, Shadow coming down. Managed to catch a couple here for the Transcendence, from who will be denying away the damage, keeping them alive at the moment, but now Leo himself in the front will fall, and after the ride goes the Brig. Cable Sheet is going to be skirting around here in the mech, but does get popped out, taken down. And that's going to be it again, MVP looking utterly dominant on Route 66. 4 minutes still remaining as they hit the halfway point here on the Streets phase.
It may be, you know, uninteresting to some. It may be just simply systematic, but these repeated shield bash into shatters coming out for Tuba and Oberon are just really helping them be consistent with their ultimates. Ooh, look at this flank grab.
Sneaky grab, slams it down. No way to know. Sound barrier will be coming out. Bombs into the back. Bianca finds 2. So does Cable Sheet actually, however, but Oberon with the fire strike helps even things up a little bit, making that a 3 for 3. Undyne gets rid of Waffle. But the cart going to be halted here for the moment. They do get that trance out of who, and now that it's gone, Oberon drops the hammer, picks up a double for himself. Cart keeps advancing. GEEKSTAR, they can string together, they can try and attack this cart and delay it further.
It's so unfortunate he used the trance there. They can't. He used the trance too, and he bought with that maybe 2 seconds of time. But now he's just missing that, whereas Undyne's holding his. MVP Space can operate so far forward because they know they have the extra healing output.
Push around the back. A little unorthodox for this stage. Usually fighting at the corner, but not going to be happening this time around. Leo so very low, trying to stay alive. Swings are coming through from the Brig, from the Rhine. Oberon comes up with the kill. Assassin going to be gone. She pops out of the mech. Who under fire? Who going to be dead? Undyne's getting rid of his counterpart on the enemy squad, and Waffle is going to be the only one sprinting his way back over towards the spawn to try to reset with his team.
In that last fight, you could see that Undyne had to trance early because they got caught a little bit off guard by the flank. But who had his right afterwards, then GEEKSTAR could win that fight. It's just unfortunately he had that missing. Can we see a big shatter here for Leo? He's got a good angle, but Oberon does get right in place to block him.
He needs Assassin topped up right now. That break taking so much damage. Not going to be getting anything, and Assassin will be taken down. Fuse finding the kill. Transcendence out from Who as he pushes over towards the cart. Trying to sustain everybody else. Bomb ready for Bianca in the back. Targeting out GEEKSTAR. That's going to be the grab coming down. Bomb up straight ahead. Pops into the back. Will not be able to find a kill. Answering bomb from GEEKSTAR. Will explode, but it's way too far away. The shield was there from Oberon. No one taken down other than Yaki here as he gets killed by Waffle. No one playing forward, has a grab of his own.
MVP Space should actually just back away here. There's no reason to commit into this situation. Use your support ultimates too early. Take the best fight possible. Guarantee the win. Rather than look for it right now, they do move back. For GEEKSTAR, it's all about this grab right now. They're going to have to build a shatter with it. Even that's not necessarily going to be enough.
Rally out from Tuba. Undyne and Fuse ready to go with their ults. Grab still being
nice
held. Jumps forward, pins it into the back of the cart, locks them all up. Transcendence out from Undyne to start things off, and Assassin's going to be the first one taken down. Shatter in, not going to be able to lock anybody up, but Leo will still be taken down in the front line. Now the sound barrier's out from Fuse. MVP Space, they're going to finish things off right here, right now. Pin from Oberon, not going to find anything. Transcendence, however, used by Who. Waffle approaching a sound barrier, but needs that one online immediately. Looking to push forward, gets tagged up by the fire strike. A couple more hits would take him down, and Oberon comes up with the kill. Eliminates him. Leo playing forward, swinging away, keeping this cart contested. It's just 2.06 meters rather away from finishing for MVP Space, taking the series. Grabbed on Surge in from Young1, locks them up. Oberon taken down. MVP looks like they will have to reset at least one more time.
This is huge for GEEKSTAR. All hope looked lost there. They're even going to maybe find Fuse. There's the D-Matrix.
Nicely done by Bianca. Good communication.
Basically from behind there. But look, GEEKSTAR has a hold here. They have forced MVP Space back. It still looks like MVP Space is going to win this map with this push, but if they can eat a grab, if GEEKSTAR can pull that off, they can have a really perfect sound barrier. There's still hope.
Rally in again. Tuba armoring them up. Everybody going to be receiving this. Yaki from above for the setup, hits it right into the cart again on the side. Leo going to be gone. There's no barrier, but they still are able to kite their way back and around corners. Tuba taken down. So far, still going to be a 1-for-1 with a faster run back coming through for GEEKSTAR. Leo now going to be respawning. Yaki pushing forward for a target. Oberon goes low. The bubble coming down, but now Undyne picked off by Who. Waffle eliminated. One support for one support. Now Oberon. 1 minute remaining. MVP Space so very close. 2.06 meters is as close as they got. GEEKSTAR, can they actually hold this off and take the series?
Every time you get a team fight win on the point like this, on point C, you burn so much time because of the runbacks. Oberon has been hitting every shatter through shield bash. Look at Tuba. They're looking for that. They're going to try to do this one more time to end this series. Tuba looks for it, and he gets it.
Throws it down, locks up a few, but no one's able to push forward for the kills. It's actually going to be Tuba taken down. He overstepped.
I thought they got it. He did not.
Him.
He did not get it.
He locked down 1 or 2 in the back, but otherwise the rest of the team was perfectly safe, and now that's going to be GEEKSTAR pushing forward. They're going to pop out of Bianca's mech. This is absolutely huge. If he was going to jump off the side of the map, you'd have to run for so very long. There'd be no time left. Bianca just going to be swapping out, moves over onto the Wrecking Ball. Now back to the Diva.
Okay, Leo's got the shatter here. High ground, they're going to have to jump down.
Slams that one down, does lock up one. I think it's going to be 2, but in the back. Grabtown Surge comes in, they're focused on firing Leo. He will be finished off, and straight grab. The bomb coming through, and straight in on top of him. And GEEKSTAR gets rid of Yaki, kills Oberon with the remake drop, and it's down from the sky. Crushes the Reinhardt, and maybe the hopes of the MVP Space fans. Waffle skirting around, building up, looking for that next sound barrier. Just going to be 10% away. Team so very low. Who getting jumped on, but the armor comes through. They keep him alive. The sound barrier is there on all 6 members as Bianca gets popped out of the mech. The Wrecking Ball coming down. It's a nice pile driver into that adaptive shield, but he cannot stay alive. He has to push his way back. They're not on the cart, and that's going to be it. GEEKSTAR come up with the victory in the end. It all came down to this final round of Escort, and it looked so very good from MVP from the get-go, but GEEKSTAR with a wonderful defense here in the garage.
Great.
Take them out.
Safe play throughout this series, and very much deserved this win. They held for 3 minutes to see very, very carefully, down on ultimates, played safer, played more reactionary. The systematic shield bash into slam that we saw so many times from Oberon, just kept doing it over and over and over again. And I thought that moment when Oberon hit the slam right after the shield bash, I thought it was all over, but it wasn't good enough. They had the protection there, they were ready. And that was the last chance MVP Space had to win the map. They had to reset multiple more times before that. After we saw good support elements coming out from who built very quick transcendences. GEEKSTAR, under the pressure, a rookie team is able to beat now Season 7 veterans in MVP Space. 7 seasons of Korean Overwatch under their belts. But it's GEEKSTAR who prevails. We underestimated this team at the beginning of the group stage after the loss to Runaway, but week after week, they look better and better.
And now I want to see that rematch. I would love to see a scrim between those two teams now that they've already played the series and see who's coming out on top and how close those series are now, because this is not the GEEKSTAR that went 0-4. This is the GEEKSTAR that crushed O2 Team 4-0 and has since improved. MVP, some moments of brilliance, you know, across the board. Yaki, of course, you know, the Genji running it against our expectations and against our concerns for it comes up big. They had some fantastic plays. Evo not so much on Hanamura, but Oberon comes back through. Some good shatters throughout, but it's not enough. GEEKSTAR, their defense there was just fantastic. It
was really, really well done. Just making those resets happen, getting those solo kills. All you need is one kill oftentimes on that defense, and then the run back is so long, so everyone has to reset. You can't take the 5v6 fight. You can't use your ults there. And Leo, I think, overall, had more consistent shatters throughout this series by himself, right? When you look at Oberon's shatters, a lot of it was set up by Tuba. A lot of it was very easy to do because of the positional advantages he had, whereas Leo was able to make so many of these shatters happen reactionarily.